G, and Mike B. Coming at you live from the Free Play Away Game Studios. Thank you for joining us before we get into all the sordid affairs of the day, which include Nerd Side of the Ring podcast. I want to tell you that all free plays are open. Free Play Richardson, Free Play Fort Worth, and Free Play Arlington. That's the one with the sticker right here. Why? Because today is Pinball Thursday, a 3 Strikes pinball event at Free Play Arlington. If you have any inclination of playing pinball, or you just like seeing me out at Arlington, KP, I'll be out there. I'll be out there, and it'll be a fun event. It's fun for noobs. Kim, have you played in a pinball Thursday before?
One time, and my only time, and then that one time I think I got like 14th or something like that.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? I know pinball's not your thing, so you can speak to the pinball's not my thing crowd.
No, I enjoyed it very much. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of skills and tricks that people did that I never knew about pinball. And apparently I beat some guy named Josh that was like popular, and I don't know who he was. And then you were like making a big deal, like, you beat Josh. I'm like, I don't know who that is. So
I don't think it's actually Josh, but like I think you did beat
somebody.
You did beat one of the top players in the state. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. No, it's fun. It's fun. People should come out and play.
Yeah, so Pinball Thursday tonight, 7 p.m., Free Play Arlington. I will be there as soon as I can get out there. Oh, no. You all right?
Oh, no.
KP?
Oh, no.
Supposed to be...
I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Just checking. I watched The Stand this morning, so I'm a little jumpy with the ultra pandemic. Okay, so... all free play is open. If you can't make it out, freeplayinc.com/savethearcade is where you can go to support us remotely. There's gift cards, Patreon, merchandise, including this hoodie. Again, this is how it works. Free play on the outside. Your Von Erich card on the inside. You see that, Mike? You see that?
See it. Okay.
So I had a mystery I wanted to solve. And so here's the thing. This mystery, I can only assume, I think maybe Mike knows the answer because Mike is the answer to this, but
okay.
But if not, I highly suspect that whatever the answer to this is at least watching the show right now. So I am rolling over here very gingerly so I don't hit a cat I can't see. I have a package I got.
No.
So I just came in. My roommate had placed this on the floor. It's I don't want to spin it around because it has my actual address on it. So
spin it around.
Right. I will reveal what is inside it though. As I open it, I was like, oh, I got a letter. This is a big one. Wonder what this weird thing is.
In the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
A signed with the certificate of authenticity picture of Seth Curry. This might be, well, no, this is one of the most random things I have ever encountered. I just got a signed picture of Seth Curry.
Who no longer plays for the Mavericks.
Just on my coffee table. Mike, you're the most likely to know. Do you know why I have this?
Mike, did you do it?
I did not do that.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
So are you just as confused as I am?
I'm very confused.
Let me read the certificate of authenticity. Autograph Seth Curry 8x10 photograph. This letter of authenticity certifies that Seth Curry of the Dallas Mavericks signed the photograph in the presence of Dallas Mavericks personnel. Any altering of this certificate or the basketball will void this certificate.
It is a basketball?
Okay.
There was no basketball.
Okay.
So my guess is somebody got a signed basketball with a picture of Seth Curry and sent me the picture of Seth Curry.
That's
because he no longer plays for the Mavericks. Exactly.
But what a random occurrence.
Cool.
Yes, and like I'm looking at the manila folder. There's no return address. I just have here. It just says, me with my actual address, no return address, just a stamp.
Okay.
To you.
And that's it. Handwritten.
Sure, that I had nothing to do with that one, man.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
when did Seth Curry leave the Mavs?
A few weeks back.
A few weeks
3
back?
weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like it's very recent.
Oh,
So-
random. So if you
Man.
know why I'm getting mysterious autographs from Dallas Mavericks, please fill me in so that I can just thank you. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
I
I thank you
appreciate it.
too, whoever that was.
Yeah.
I feel like I got it too. Man, that is weird.
It's
Yeah, I had
just-
nothing. I had nothing to do with that. As a matter of fact, I already got your birthday gift for next year, so
All right.
I'm a month ahead on that. We're
Uh,
good on that.
Like 4 months ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Either way, that's pretty cool, though.
just to give you full disclosure, I had nothing to do with that, but I already have your birthday gift.
All right. Yeah, it's an autographed Seth Curry thing. Just
Yeah.
put it in
It'll
a
be,
box and label it for my own birthday.
Yeah, from Philly. But yeah, man.
All right. So
That's the first thing I thought about, though, when I saw that. I was like, Mike.
that's the first
Yeah,
thing
I
I
know.
thought too. But also, Mike probably would have told me. He's not one to undersell things. I'll put it that way.
Well,
So-
I mean, something like that I would keep for myself.
Mhm.
Well, there is no basketball that was mentioned, so
Yeah, so
I
there
think
may
I got
have been.
half of somebody's something,
Yeah, sure, man.
which
Hey,
is weird. I mean, it's cool, but wow.
that's definitely cool. Yeah, man. You
Yeah.
Put that in the office or something.
Well, thank you, mystery person who got me a
Yeah.
autographed picture of Seth Curry.
Yeah, I thank you too, because I feel like it's part mine also.
Weird.
So basically, Mike has the basketball, and you just got the picture.
See, that's
No,
what I figured. That's what I figured.
Yeah. No, I don't have the basketball. I revealed what signed basketball I had just the other day on here. It was the Roe Blackman signed basketball.
You had a baby Jordan Harold Minor one as well, right?
Well, once upon a time I did. I don't know what happened to
Oh
it.
no!
What happened to it is you dunked over Orlando so many times it wore off the signature.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, poor
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
That poor kid.
Your
Don't
poor
say
step kid,
Yeah, brother, step brother kid.
brother kid. Yes.
That
Yeah,
brother kid.
Yeah,
So-
we Well, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I was just.
So, Mike,
there
you
go.
have news, don't you? Don't you have news before we
Dude,
talk
man, this
Oh, we're gonna do it that
you
way.
didn't-
Okay.
You didn't hear what I said a while ago, did you, Chow Bud?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. Chris, I sent you some pictures that got me extremely H right now.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
What?
Oh, you'll
Now
see
you
in a
gotta
minute.
share it. Now you have to share.
Oh, don't worry, it's about to be
Where's-
shared.
Where's you on Discord? I don't see your picture, your image. You're just.
No, I sent them to
I
you
see
on
my
the
Discord
messenger,
there.
on the messengers, on the
Facebook.
Facebook messengers.
yeah, on the Facebook messengers.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
What do we have here? What is?
Man, I am so excited for this.
I'm
Man,
confused. Hold
I'm
on.
so hyped for this. Oh my God, this is like Christmas in December.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It
Here we go.
is. It is December.
Shut up.
Yeah, it is like Christmas in December. Yes.
It's 2 weeks early.
Let's see here. Do one of
He
these.
doesn't care about the dates anymore. He's on vacay.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. It's vacation number 3.
When did
For
you
Lord
say you
Beltran.
start yours, Jalbud? When did you say you start yours?
I start mine next Wednesday. Next Wednesday's my last day.
Next
until-
Wednesday. Okay.
until
Oh, that look,
Wednesday.
that's the king. That is the
Oh, I
king.
saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
The king right there. That's the king.
That's not just the
Of-
king. That's Lord Vader.
Yes, that too.
Oh yeah. I know. I heard about this.
Man,
I'm
dude,
excited.
I'm so horny for this movie right now. Oh, there's the
Sorry,
prince.
Twitch.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Oh my gosh, he looks good for his age.
I know I do.
Not you, man. We're talking about James
Oh.
Earl Jones.
Okay, these are sneak peeks of probably the greatest sequel that will ever have been made, Coming to America 2. Look. This
Yeah.
they're still alive. The barbershop. Look at that. And even the old white man, he's still alive. Look, there he is. He's still there.
Glad he
When did
Yes.
this movie come out?
Arsenio Hall still around. Yeah.
Yes, look at that. There's so glow in the
Wow.
background. Oh my god. Man. Oh man. Oh look, there's the queen. Look at her.
Queen. Hello.
Look how pretty she is. Oh, look at that. Man,
Calm
I'm
down.
ready. Give me what I want. I want it all right now. I want it all right now, Chris.
When did the
Oh,
movie come out?
it comes out
No, when
March.
did the original movie come out?
Oh
What year?
man, golly, 88 maybe?
Oh.
88, I think. I think it was, man. Somebody Google. Use the computers.
Have you
I'm
ever
blind, sir.
like have you guys ever looked up like people doing the actual dance, in the Queen song? People actually do that at their weddings.
Oh, like the whole routine? That whole
Yeah, the
dance
whole routine,
routine?
like, the Queen to
Wow.
be, yeah,
Man, that's
I've
cool.
seen it. I'm like, wow.
Man, that's cool. That'd be cool to see.
What's
But
that
yeah,
basketball player? He had at his wedding with the actress. Forgot her name.
well, there you go. Yeah, that's my news right there.
All right. Let's see. I guess we got the news backdrop up. Wrestling Wednesday was yesterday. It was
Yes.
it's good times. It's what, triple what it normally is? Something like that.
A lot of people showed up last night. More than I thought would have showed up because it's cold outside, considering. So, goodness, just having everybody around and getting into, as always, the games themselves are the real draw. We just happen to have wrestling in the background, but watching people gravitate toward the Cavs all night was something I was very pleased of. And then, yes, as we said earlier, the Mauricio Invitational for the man who is still alive, and yet we still mourn him, went off rather well.
Hope to see you again. See you at the crossroads, Mauricio.
Jeez.
And I'm going to miss Uncle Charles, y'all.
The Mauricio Memorial Marvel match won, of course, by J Pong. What a villainous day we had. We had Mike B winning the Pac-Man Battle Royale Championship. J Pong winning the Mauricio Memorial Marvel. We had...
oh, my God. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
And then I give the microphone to Mike B while we play Killer Queen. There was too many Killer Queen players to even have a tag team match because there was more than 10, and that just sounds like games of Killer Queen to me. So that's what we did. Gave the microphone to Mike B, and look at what he did. We have a new Intercontinental Champion, Sandra. We have a new ST World Champion. It's not Mike, KP. Do you know who it is?
No.
I can promise you'll know it on next Wednesday. It is Ray Upshaw. Once again, your ST Wrestling Wednesday World Champion. I give you the mic for like 12 seconds, and look what you've gone and done, Mike.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I just booked the match.
Uh-huh.
I was the booker.
I see.
I booked the match, and then there you go.
I'm going to check the tape. I think that was you out there with the steel chair hitting D. Owls.
Uh-huh.
Distracting him.
Only explanation I got. Holy cow.
Mike B is the William Regal of NXT. He just comes out, says a couple of words, and then shenanigans happen. So, waiting for him to scream War Games next time inside Free Play.
Nice.
In the iconic William Regal voice. To be like, War Games! And then that's just Mike B just saying that and then running away. I heard Ray Upshaw win, literally, from the other side.
I did too. I was playing Killer Queen, and they were yelling too, and I still heard Ray.
Ray Upshaw, he is a gem. And he did cut a really good promo, so be on the lookout for that. That was a very intriguing promo he cut last night.
That's just what I was going to get to. Yes, we cut promos afterwards, as we always do, and I got to say, 3 of the top 10 so far were cut last night. There are some real winners of promos in there.
Actually, I think that's a good idea for the end of the year, is for us to tabulate the list and just say, hey, what were our best promos for Wrestling Wednesday?
Ooh.
Like top 5.
That sounds like a lot of research I don't have time for, but I like the idea. I do like the idea.
You can give it to me. I'll research it. I don't care.
Done.
I like promos.
Done. Sounds good.
But I digress, y'all. Last night, notwithstanding, please come out to Free Play Arcade on Wednesdays at Richardson's location for all our shenanigans. My goodness, if it's not Pac-Man, it's not ST, it's Killer Queen, it's Mario Bros, maybe some sort of golf game if Dialos has his way. It's some
or
random
Ninja
New
Turtles
Japan wrestling
game.
game.
Yeah, that. It's all just pure random all the time.
Oh, it's so great. So if you can make your way there on Wednesdays, that would be greatly appreciated to join in our hilarity and our tomfoolery. But the main reason we started this was to talk about professional wrestling. And last night, Wednesday, is our typical AEW as well as NXT viewing party. I'll just put this out in the universe. This week has been weird for wrestling already, with Kenny Omega basically being a douche on multiple shows on Impact, because on Tuesday, when we were at Arlington, I looked up to see that Kenny Omega will be on a Impact pay-per-view with the Good Brothers against Rich Swan, who is the Impact World Champion. The Motor City Machine Guns, often relegated as one of the best top 3, if anything, tag teams of all time. So I'm going to open this up to Mike, because I know he's all brother ready to go. Thoughts on Kenny's experiment in the second week? What are our thoughts with that now?
Okay, so obviously, you got to plant the seed, let the seed grow, build the story, brother. And man, I mean, you had at the end of Impact this week having basically a form of the Bullet Club form right in front of you, reform, if you will, right in front of you at the end of Impact. Of course, this is it's causing everyone to too sweet each other and hug each other and possibly make out with each other, because for a lot of people, this version of the Bullet Club is the reason why you have, and as I've said before, is the reason why you have.
Is that the reason that Jesse's closet is nothing but Bullet Club shirts?
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly. This is why.
Childblood, have you ever seen Jesse's closet?
That Kim? You want to answer that one?
I know.
You never seen it? I just assume it's just like Homer Simpson's closet, where it's just the same thing over and over. It's just like
the same shirt, yeah.
Different flavors of Bullet Club shirts.
Doug has one outfit, and so does Jesse.
Yeah, Bullet Club shirts.
I mean, to put it in a very loose perspective, I mean, this is the reason why Kim cannot watch. It's forbidden to watch WWE programming, basically. Okay, this version of the Bullet Club right here, because I mean, for those who saw, I mean, you saw how excited he got, when it happened right there at the end of Impact. So I like it.
Excited.
Jesse.
Oh yeah, you both got excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
You see my face? I was really pissed.
Well, don't worry about that. That's supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen. You just let it happen.
That's the whole point of the heel. I mean?
Yeah. That's the whole point of it.
There's not a lot of good guys left, and I don't like it.
Oh, there's plenty of good guys left.
It's Good Brothers. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's good brothers. But Rich Swan, he is a good guy, and now he is going to face Kenny at some point, I'm sure, hopefully in a one-on-one contest. But we do have now the 3-on-3 contest coming up at Impact. What's the name of the next pay-per-view?
Hard to Kill.
There you go, Hard to Kill. Yeah, you have the seeds planted for that. Now, again, as I said earlier, I mean, I think this is good because, I mean, again, you have the cross promotion happening right now, right in front of you, live and in person as we see it. And, something like this hasn't happened in years. And here's the thing. The last time it did happen, we touched on it before with then WWF and ECW, with ECW wrestlers appearing on WWF television, where they were indeed two separate companies. I mean, it was, a very short stint, and it happened and it came and went. But here, it was never said that both companies were quote unquote working together, right? Back then there was, it was called like an invasion, so to speak. Well, here, it's just straight up in your face, like, hey, I'm the champion. I'm going to go where I want. I'm going to Impact. I'll see you there. You know what I mean? And people are tuning in. People are tuning in to Impact, and it's helping them. And, at the end of the day, this whole idea is supposed to help everybody. And I'm hoping people who haven't watched Impact will continue to watch it, because they've been solid before this storyline came about. They've been very solid past maybe year and a half or so. So I like where this is going. I love it. I like it a lot.
Okay, so to your point, Mike, this isn't the first time, like you said, but most recently, we've already had the working arrangement with the NWA women's division, working with AEW. So for me, this is just another step in the evolution of working agreements between companies. We've seen it with Ring of Honor back in the past with New Japan Pro Wrestling. New Japan once also had a agreement with TNA. We no longer address TNA because they're garbage. But it's one of those things where
it's
Impact is Impact now. So TNA has become Impact, and there's a stench still on Impact Wrestling, which for me personally was long removed the last couple of years. So there's no more Dixie Carter, there's no more Hootie the Owl, no more Jeff Jarrett or like 90-year-old WWE guys getting a paycheck. It's undervalued professional wrestlers who have work their way through the independent scene and who may not be hot-shotted to, let's say, AEW or to WWE. And personally, I like the fact that we have more jobs for wrestlers. That's just my biggest thing. So the gimmick and the angle itself of just, I feel like Kenny is being really successful at being the uber douchey hipster that happens to play video games and lets you know about it. And you just want to punch him in the face. Yeah, I guess, you know what? That's a good point, because Mike would be the closest to Kenny Omega if we did free play wrestlers. But so far, I like the angle. I really don't think he needs Don Callis, but I understand he's the linchpin in all this as a mouthpiece. We haven't even heard from Jon Moxley since he lost the title, essentially. So he's been carrying the main event scene over at AEW for 2 weeks now. He's been featured heavily in Impact, and a little nod to Tony Khan and Tony Schiavone for their very entertaining. We have paid advertisements on Impact Television, even though I'm the owner of AEW, and just hearing him say, "Well, I'm keeping you guys afloat." And we used to ask, there was a thing, Chris, where they asked SCU off camera, "Hey, did you remember your time working for Impact/TNA?" And they go, "No, we don't, because TNA was garbage." So that little wrinkle of Tony and him buying time to appear on Impact reminds me of when the NWO would buy commercial time for WCW. It's like the paid advertisement is on behalf of the New World Order, and then you'd have like a 4-minute NWO promo. So that's good. It's getting more eyes on the product, long story short. And I think when the wrestling actually does occur on Impact's pay-per-view, Hard to Kill, I don't think the internet's going to explode, but I think the internet wrestling community is going to like jizz all over themselves, because to Mike's point about people wanting to make out because the Bullet Club reformed. Yeah, that's about right, because that part of American wrestling fan base, they are known to be a little toxic. I'm just going to throw it out there. But overall, I'm glad. I'm grateful for wrestling. I'm grateful for AEW's working relationship with Impact. I can't wait to see where it goes. I hope this opens the door for other Impact performers to appear potentially on AEW. I know Ethan Page, and I might be losing Chris here, but one half of the North, otherwise known as Karate Man, his contract is up, and he potentially may be headed towards AEW in some sort of working agreement. But aside from that,
see him on Tuesday?
Because I did saw him on Tuesday.
Yeah, I did see Impact, and yes, there was a guy practicing martial arts in the ring.
Love it.
So that was him?
Yeah.
It's his new gimmick. That is his new independent gimmick. He is the Karate Man Ethan Page, and it's so comical when he dresses like Liu Kang meets Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes.
It's precious. But all in all, I would say for yesterday's wrestling events, let's just go real quick. NXT, as always, the women carried the show because I just rewatched it this morning. If you haven't seen it, there was a character by the name of Dexter Loomis, who is a cross between, I guess, Dexter, the character, and an actual serial killer. And he will be hosting New Year's Evil. So for a character who doesn't speak, will now be doing the hosting duties, which I suggest will happen via a Bob Ross style painting, because that seems to be part of his gimmick. So interesting. I think the Gargano way, and I think there's a tongue-in-cheek tie to Disney there, because they keep calling it the way, because Johnny and Candace, his wife, are big, ardent Disney fanatics. I think the way fits them. I can't stand their stable, and that's the whole point, because you want to punch them all in the face. Austin Theory, I've gone on record and say I can't stand the guy from a personal perspective as well as a professional perspective. So I want him to get punched in the face. Aside from that, AEW with the 14 billion man tag team match that we saw last night. Top Flight is the team you need to keep your eyes on. They are an up and coming tag team. They've already had a really good match with the Young Bucks or the Bucks of Youth, and they really stood out to me. Tag team wrestling seems to be AEW's bread and butter outside of the singles matches, outside of the mid card, all the tag teams all the time. We had a rap battle, Chris, last night on AEW between the Acclaimed and SCU, and they called SCU Nickelback, which I found completely hilarious because Mike and I were just cackling at that.
I thought it was Nickelbuck.
So
Nickelbuck, yeah.
Yeah, Nickelbuck, yeah.
I had the shirt.
Nickelbuck. So all in all, I think tag team wrestling is alive and well. You still have the Butcher and the Blade, the Death Triangle, with Ray Phoenix now going to be challenging one Kenny Omega for the, I was going to say the Impact, see, tongue in cheek, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And Mike, there is good news. You are not the father this time. This time
right.
you're not the father.
Because
well, that's debatable. But one Codiferous Rhodes is now going to be a papa to Brandy Rhodes' child, which immediately killed the Shaq angle, for those who don't know. Thank God, because I didn't want to see Shaq and Jade Cargill versus Cody and Brandy. That would have just caused me to not watch wrestling for a month. But anyway, for anyone who saw last night, thoughts, reactions, and commentary.
About the announcement?
Well, no, from what we saw last night, I figured KP watched AEW. So, in as concise as possible, KP, give me your take on AEW last night.
It was good. There's some shows I've seen better. But there are some good. I think what I noticed about AEW was a lot of young people coming up. And I think a lot of the older wrestlers are like helping them. Like you said, like the what's that group that you just said? The Flights.
A young Top Flight.
Yeah, Top Flight, and then they announced that they want to challenge MJF and Jericho, and I just noticed that a lot of young people were going up, and actually for the first time, kind of enjoyed the one women's match that they had.
Oh, the tag match between Big Swole, Serena Deeb, as well as Ivelisse and Diamante. Yes.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that yesterday. Yeah, I usually don't enjoy the female, the women wrestling on AEW as much because, like I told you the last time, I was so pissed about everything in the last show. I mean, it was really good. I don't like to see women like fighting on the backstage. I mean, come on, like they are stuck on the stage, so let's not make us look even worse behind the stage. Anyways, but I like the show. I think there were some shows that were better, but I noticed that a lot of young people were being put on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Some would say it's a little too quick for the Acclaim. Some would say their match was rushed last night.
Yes, that was stupid. What?
It was a better gimmick than it was match, in my opinion.
And then I saw Carlos post in our group. He has a better jukebox. I was just like,
them Bowens.
Yeah. I just stop with the rapping.
So Mike, what about you? What are your thoughts on AEW?
Okay, well, I mean it's kind of hard watching two shows at once, but I'm managing
doing
to
a
get
bunch
through
of
it.
tournaments in the middle of that too.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why I'm so quiet.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I don't know if it's killed completely the Shaq angle, right? I'm pretty sure, Shaq and Cody are still gonna go at it in some kind of way, right? Just probably without, in a tag match or something. But I'm sure they will still have. They'll have some type of match, right? And I mean, I don't know how long they want to, draw that out to where they train Shaq to wrestle or whatever the case may be. But I mean, they could just make it pretty simple and just have them two go at it in a hardcore type match, because those are easy to do, and you don't have to have that much training to do those, So,
Man, if they could give Shaq a little bit of training, though, he's 7'1". I bet it would look cool if he chokeslammed somebody.
Absolutely, and I'm sure he will. I'm absolutely sure he will. So, I
Is he
mean,
really gonna wrestle?
You got to have that. I'm pretty sure Shaq will wrestle in some kind of way against Cody at some point, or someone else. Who knows?
I thought he was just making an appearance.
Yeah, well, yes, of course, but you just don't make an appearance sometimes if you're Shaq.
This is Shaq, man.
Look, Snoop Dogg.
I mean, we had Mike Tyson make an appearance earlier this year.
Yes, you did, and they're leaving the door open for that too. So shortly after that appearance,
show up next week. Is he going to wrestle too?
No, Snoop Dogg needs to commentate.
Which he will.
Yeah.
Which he will, but he did clothesline somebody once. He did clothesline somebody once in the WWE.
Santino Marella, wasn't it?
I think it was it Santino? I can't remember who it was, but he did clothesline somebody once. That looked fun. So you never know. You never know what Snoop will do. This is also Snoop. Man. Can you imagine Snoop commentating Shaq's match if it happens? Excuse me.
This is what I want. I want Shaq to do his chokeslam thing, and then get into the pregame booth and have the AEW on TNT pregame show with Shaq and Snoop.
And Ernie Johnson's the one doing the moderating.
Yes. And Ernie Johnson. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. I can't turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Then Charles Barkley does a run-in with the steel chair and costs Shaq the match.
No. Maybe that happens, but now I want the AEW pregame show with Snoop and Shaq.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Okay, so Mike, give me your top, I guess, 3 things you noticed yesterday from AEW besides what do you have becoming a father?
Okay, well that's of course on the list because
Mike's off the hook. That's
yeah. I didn't. I mean, really, no one really saw that coming. Right? I guess now, you know what I mean? Just like, whoa, Brandy's pregnant. Awesome. You know what I mean?
So that means she has to fight Sting.
Yes. The other thing was, of course.
Sorry, Chris, that was funny.
Yeah, she has to fight Sting now. Because she's pregnant.
They just stare at each other from the other side of the stage.
Yeah. The other thing is, of course, Kenny. I mean, he's still champion, so you got to, build the next storyline for your next title defense, and that happened last night. So that's good too. And then let's see. I guess after that, I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I mean, really, you got to go with the hot hand, and that's Sting right now. Sting coming out, and making another appearance. I mean, I think with Sting, you're gonna have some long-term storytelling with him. You're still not quite too sure what he's gonna do, but at some point, him and Darby Allin are gonna do something together, right? I mean, that's just kind of, both kind of make sense for each other, right? So, we'll see where it goes.
Sting
and it
Jr.
snows, and it snows when he comes out. That's pretty cool too. It's snowing in Florida, Chris.
It's
when
snowing
Sting
in
comes out.
Florida. Okay.
Yes.
You know what's the best thing about Sting for me? It's that he comes out when he needs to shut ties up. Thank you.
Yeah. There is that. There's it's all coming together now. So I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute,
How long
Mike. I
till
gotta
Sting
cut you off real
does
quick.
something?
Hold on one second. I got a bone to pick with KP right now because I've noticed the last couple of weeks she's taking shots at people who are from New York. First it was Eddie Kingston, now it's Taz. You got a problem with New Yorkers behind the microphone at wrestling shows? Is that what's
I
going on?
have a problem with Inner Circle too. I just don't like the bad guys. And
Because
then
I'm like,
yesterday, Eddie walked out with a mic. I was like, oh, did he just walk out with a mic? Oh my God.
Of course, Taz is always going to talk. Always. You should know that.
He's from Brooklyn. Of course he's going to talk. He's from Brooklyn.
So wait, did he just reclaim his son? Is that what happened now? What's happening now?
His son was training with Cody Rhodes, and now because of the gimmick, they've decided to take Taz's son on air, away from wrestling with Cody and now training with his papa, supposedly. Yeah,
Why
no,
was
I
he
just want to
training
put that
with
out
Cody in
there.
person?
KP's biased against New Yorkers with a microphone. That's fine.
No, I am not. I'm just
Case
biased
in
to
point,
bad
myself
guys.
as well.
Like, look, JS my top one. I don't know where he's from.
He's
but he
also
gets
from New
good.
York.
Oh, well, maybe it's just a New Yorker thing. Maybe they shouldn't get mics.
That's right. Take away all New Yorkers' microphones, right, Damien?
Oh, guess this show's over. Chris, back to you.
All right. So thank you for joining. No, sorry.
You leave that microphone in Eddie Kingston's hand. You leave it in there.
You never take that. You never take that
Never
off.
take that away from him. Never.
I've always
I wanna hear him.
I've always had an odd soft spot for Taz too.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the cut of his New York jib. I don't know.
Do people even say that anymore?
No.
Where's Ricky Sparks from?
What's that?
Where's Ricky Sparks from?
Ricky
Ricky
Starks?
Starks? He's from
sorry.
Texas, no?
Man, no, he's not from
Think
here. He
so.
wrestled here for a while. Or maybe, is he?
You can talk
If he's from anywhere, he's from Houston. The Houston area, I think. Let's see.
Let's see.
I'll tell you in here in a sec. Let's see.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
There you go. Yeah, I knew he had some Creole in him. See. Yeah, Stroke Daddy. That's Stroke Daddy right there. Ricky Starks.
For those that don't know, he was on the independent circuit for a while with his tag team partner Aaron Solo, who just happens to be the fiance of Bailey. They were a great tag team on the indies, so I'm glad to see, even Aaron's been on Dark for a little while, so it's great to see them putting in work and getting noticed because Ricky Starks has a look. He was in the NWA as early as this year. Contract ran out, and then AEW was smart to grab him, and allegedly, Mike, you can confirm or deny this if you know it, WWE hit him up while he was doing his AEW debut match. Bring him in for a contract. So basically, WWE executives were watching him wrestle and said, if he's not under contract, bring him in now.
Wow.
So,
that's what they said. Or that's what he said. That's what he said in an interview.
That's
so,
funny.
there you go. Also, let's see here. For a little bit here in Dallas, him, Sammy Guevara, and Austin Theory, they had a small little stable here going for a little bit. They were known as the International Players Club.
It makes sense with the people involved.
Yeah, how about that? Man, that's me 10 years ago. all three of them. That's me. I should be.
Yes. We've heard the reports coming out of the Philippines. We know.
Jeez. Oh my God. It's an inside joke for two people.
Okay, so now that I got y'all on air, what's the wing thing?
Mike,
Oh,
to you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so all right, we're totally shifting gears here. So KP, just try to hang with us, okay? So
Okay.
okay, so longtime Dallas sports reporter, broadcaster, however you want to call it, John Jock Taylor. Okay. I want to say about 10 years ago. It's been at least 10 years, right?
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been a running joke for like 10 years.
I'll look it up for you.
Okay, good. So he mistakenly, right? Now some of us, don't understand how technology works, right? Especially social media and things like that. He mistakenly tweeted to his wife.
It's actually 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
7. Okay, wow, almost 10. Okay, yeah. He tweeted to his wife. Well, basically, yeah, he did tweet to his wife. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. How can I put this?
Let's see. Here, let me I'll send the tweet to you, Mike, and you can try and edit this with letters. How about that?
Dignity. With dignity.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
well, no, there's no dignity.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
What kind of story are you telling? This is before 9 p.m.
This is definitely an after 9 question for sure.
Yeah,
but here you go, Mike. It's on Facebook.
Okay, I got it. All right, so.
Jeez.
Oh, the laugh itself. Goodness.
Jeez.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, hold on. All right, go for it.
Okay, so he he meant to text this to his wife, but he ended up tweeting it. Okay, and it got screen capped, and the ticket radio station, they grabbed it and ran with it
For 7
and
straight years.
for 7 straight years. So this has been his thing. Like, this is all he's known for now. Like, all his great work and all that stuff. No, he's known for this. He said, and I quote, "If you get your A home on time
Oh no.
and shove some pee in my face, I will pick you up some wings."
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Mark, go ahead.
Yes.
Scene.
That.
What would you do for
Yes.
some wings?
So that's what and when you said you wanted some wings,
Oh,
man,
Damien, yeah.
Chris, what you did, Damien, was you grabbed a softball and you told Chris, who's at bat, "Hey Chris, I'm going to throw this at you straight down the
Yes.
middle, and it's coming down the middle right now. So get ready." And Chris saw it, heard what you said, and Chris swung the bat, and that softball went well over the fence. And when he and I didn't see it so much later. When I saw it, I was just like, man.
Oh, I get things now.
So there you go. So it all comes together.
It all comes together.
It all comes together.
Damien didn't know that either.
No, he
No,
didn't
I
know.
did not
He
know
didn't
that.
know.
Hence
We
why
did.
I asked.
Yeah, he didn't know that either.
Oh.
But there are a handful of people who you've met or known in the free play community, who all knew exactly what Chris meant, and we all high-fived and like
Lighters
hugged each
up.
other and lighters up, and like
Who did this?
you know.
Who tweeted this?
Jean-Jacques Taylor. Yeah, he is
And part of the reason it's so infamous and like will never die is because JJT claims that his account was hacked. Sure it was, buddy.
Sure it is.
Sure it
Sure
was.
it was.
yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of things for wings in our time. I don't know if that's a bargaining chip though.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope she got some wings that night.
I'm she did. She
The
got
girl probably
wings.
hungry.
She got wings. She got fed, and he got
fed too.
yeah.
Everybody's happy. Okay.
Yeah. So
Please
that
go
there you go. That explains everything. And of course, like,
Thank you, Mike.
yeah, and of course, like I said, like a handful of people knew exactly what Chris meant, and again, like, I did a cartwheel, and Chris held up a lighter. I mean, this was like, there's some very happy people. So thank you, Damien. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciated you for that one. Yeah.
Anytime to help the free play community.
Thanks for being on time.
Yes, absolutely. Well, real quick, before we get back to wrestling, in a few minutes when we're done with wrestling, I do have a couple of birthdays. One of them will shut it down, Chris. Actually, two of them will, but it will shut it down. So we can get back to wrestling here in just a moment. Or now, actually.
Hello? Okay. What?
Okay. So back to wrestling before Mike shuts down the stream again, talking about wings and P's and Q's.
and who's the father and yeah.
Yeah.
Before we turn into an episode of Maury again, alas, NXT was fine. Like I said, I went back and I rewatched it this morning, and I'm going to get people's feedback about NXT. The Way was fun. I enjoy their work. They're heels. They're supposed to get their butts kicked. I know KP can't stand bad guys, but that's the whole point of them being in wrestling. They are the bad guys and gals and are supposed to get their comeuppance. Watching Toni Storm work last night against Rhea Ripley was a treat. They have wrestled multiple times in the past. I suggest everyone go back and check out their first encounter at NXT UK. And then they wrestled a couple more times at NXT UK, which is probably WWE's most slept on part of the promotion. It's basically their version of AEW Dark for the United Kingdom, Chris. So if you ever want to get back into that, like
I saw
Mike
the match.
showed Dragunov.
Yeah. I saw the
The
match that Mike
Dragunov
showed us. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So I implore people who like that kind of style, who like to see up-and-comers that they've never heard of a day in their life, actually, make a difference. For instance, one Pete Dunne, who last night in the main event, Kyle O'Reilly and him beat the crap out of each other for about 20 minutes. It hurt to look at. It hurt to rewatch today while I was drinking my coffee. And I realized every time Kyle O'Reilly gets into a match, he comes out with either a black eye, a concussion, or some sort of injury, which cracks me up because the man's a diabetic and he has to take his health really seriously, and yet he doesn't take his body seriously when it comes to wrestling. So him and Pete Dunne beat the crap out of each other last night to be the number one contender.
Yes. To be the number one contender, Chris. And I was zeroed in on that match as it was happening more at the end for the main event last night than the AEW one, just because I knew they were just going to again, beat the crap out of each other, and they did. And now, Chris, at NXT New Year's Evil, you will have Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly Part 2 for the NXT title, where we will have another broken jaw.
Yes, a lacerated spleen of some sort.
Dear.
Yes, to which that was, and I predicted this, that was going to be match of the year, and it was until Walter and Dragunov had their match. So I was like, oh my god, this is so great. So yes, both matches of the year so far have been NXT matches.
NXT
all
UK
promotions.
matches?
Well, NXT and NXT UK. Okay. But either way, under the NXT umbrella, both matches of the year out of all promotions to me have been these two right here.
Agreed.
If
totally
you can ask Chow Bud, you can ask Jesse for permission to watch these two matches, because trust me, these two matches right here.
I don't need permission.
Yes, you do. you will have an appreciation for what they do in NXT at least, right? So trust me, watch these two matches. Watch them whenever you can. If you need help with that, let us know. We'll get you links or something.
We will gladly introduce it to y'all.
Put it in the group.
Yeah. There you go.
You know where I am.
Yeah.
So, just from my own standpoint, I'm looking forward to seeing all of the NXT UK people who have come over. I wish them nothing but success. They have the grizzled young veterans who were former NXT UK tag champs, who are probably going to be the inevitable NXT tag team champions because they're that damn good. Again, Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley, those are two that came over from UK. I eagerly await the arrival one day of Kaylee Ray, the current NXT UK women's champion. Think about her as a former how do I say this? She is the female version of Jeff Hardy, Chris. If you haven't seen a Kaylee Ray match, she is willing to do fentons into tables, into ladders, into chairs. She will throw her body out on the line, and she is the current NXT UK women's champion, the longest reigning champion in, I believe, NXT history.
What's his name again?
Her name is Kaylee Ray.
Kaylee
Ray.
She's a good one. She's another good one, man. And even before she was in NXT UK, I did watch a couple of her matches during. Let's see. I saw her wrestle at a couple of. Man, where did me and Sal see her? I'd have to ask Sal where we saw her at, but we saw her at one of the. It may have been Rev Pro or something.
Probably
Rev Pro. Kaylee Ray.
Yeah.
Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray's a different wrestler.
Yeah, there's a couple of Rays out there.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Kaylieray. That?
Kayllee.
Lee. Oh my goodness. They should.
I do like Jenny.
Probably consider some sort of Deadpool slash what's DC Deadpool?
Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke name change or something. We gotta work this out.
We got to put that in the random name generator for NXT because there was a long rumor where people basically just put names in a box in NXT, and they just shook the box around, and there was your name. That was which was normally an offshoot of your independent name.
Yeah.
Have the what is it, the Family Guy sea cows just take the ball, go to the other side. You guys ever see that episode, Cartoon Wars? Man,
I didn't.
You gotta watch that South Park episode. It's great. It's the South Park episode about how much the writers of The Simpsons hate Family Guy.
That's right. Yeah.
So
I
good.
need to see that.
So
I do
good.
Need to see that. I do need to see that. Okay, man. Oh my God. Speaking of NXT UK, I like me some Jenny, by the way.
Fashionista.
That's right. I enjoy me some Jenny. She would accompany
Why
me
do I feel
to,
like... There we go. I was waiting for it.
Yeah, she would definitely accompany me to, I think maybe Quiznos for a nice large sandwich. Definitely love to take her to Quiznos and have a nice sandwich and some of their pink lemonade too. They got good pink lemonade over there at Quiznos, Chris.
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh yeah, she's gonna definitely get some wings."
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go. There you go. Now we're talking.
I feel like
depending on
Mike would
timeliness.
take her to Uptown. Yeah, I feel like Mike would take her to Uptown though. I feel like that's more Jenny's speed.
I mean, it is, but of course it is. But you know, all my dates, man, it's Subway, Quiznos,
baby.
maybe chicken. You know, that's where we go, man.
And maybe
What about Charles
maybe you could
Entertainment
upsize
Keys?
it, maybe.
Yeah. Let's see. There's only been one that's been given the upsize treatment. I think it was a Salma Hayek. Yeah, she was the one. I think she was the one.
We are going down a dark path here. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
At least
Good
you get
grief.
them Subway cookies, right?
Oh, the raspberry one. Get out of here. Yes. You know what? Jenny can order 3 Subway cookies. More than that. I am all in. Oh, brother. Yeah.
Okay, so
There you
wait,
go.
let me give Chris some background about who Jenny is. She is a wrestler who patterns herself as the fashionista. She is, in my opinion, a better manager than wrestler, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm a Poison fan,
dressed-
so I can appreciate a better manager than wrestler.
You would appreciate her just for the outfits and she has the RBF face down pat. She looks like everything is an inconvenience to her. she looks as if everyone should be a peasant to serve her, and she carries it so well. So well, because it makes you want to hate her. But in reality, if you've actually met her away from the ring, she's actually a real sweet person, like a legitimately sweet person. But in reality, she's a C word and a half in NXT UK.
Yes.
And, if you like heels, she's a good one for you.
Oh, Chalbud, you would love her. You would love her. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I literally pick my third strike character because of his crazy manager. Like that's how I feel about a heel manager. Big fan.
Were you a Bobby the Brain Heenan fan, Chris, by the way?
I appreciated him. It wasn't like it. So back in the day, I didn't really understand what was real and what was fake. And in some ways I still don't understand. But so I appreciated him in the way that you would appreciate a good heel, and then over time I grew to appreciate him even more. Same with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and his air horn.
Would you like some behind the curtain stuff, Damien?
Sure.
Something that we probably could have covered during the anniversary show, but when Chris and I were starting up this whole thing here about how do we present ourselves and all this stuff, immediately I told him, because as I got to know Chris, I was like, okay, I can kind of see what kind of person he is. He's a straight up kind of guy, and me, I'm just kind of you don't know what you get sometimes.
You, Mike.
I'm me, right? And I mean, you get the idea. So I was like, man, we're basically Bobby the Brain Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, that is a great comparison.
And that's basically what we've patterned ourselves after, inspired by basically. That's basically us, and I'm sure you can guess who is who.
I know who's who. That's easy.
Okay, yeah, it's not hard to figure out. So that's so like,
and that's what he's always said. So he's not lying.
Yeah, and of course, growing up on primetime wrestling and watching those two commentate, and of course when they did WWF pay-per-views back then, I mean, just how they fed off each other and how they, war towards each other, and all this stuff. I mean, it was just like that. That's it. That's it. That's us right there. That's it. Right. So that's exactly how we, started this whole. That was the foundation, if you will.
I think
that was it. Right.
It was confusing as a kid. I was like, why are they friends with each other? I don't understand. That guy's a jerk. Why are they friends? Because they always
why are they working together?
Their friendship seemed real. Like it definitely like short circuited my brain as like a little kid. But now it all makes sense.
I loved Bobby the Brain Heenan just because, again, with heel commentators, you want them to root for the bad guy. You want them to skirt the law almost and just make it seem as if they didn't see anything when the bad guy cheats. Like, what are you talking about? Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. So I've always enjoyed their repartee back and forth. Mm-hmm. When Brain went to WCW and tried it with Tony Schiavone, wasn't the same, but they still had their own kind of chemistry.
Yes.
But I will always default to the best broadcasting duo. I don't care what people say. Will always be Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Y'all can miss me with that whole. Who's the one that people talk about all the time? They say King and JR. Miss me with that. I am not a fan of Jerry the King Lawler's commentary.
I like JR better. No, sorry,
the King can go marry another 20-year-old. That's fine because that seems to be his thing. But and calling Asian wrestlers wet noodles.
Whoa, easy.
Cool.
That's what he said.
I know. He said it. It's okay. It's all right.
You defending him, Mike?
I'm not defending him.
Mike B will always defend people like that. It's very weird. Very
I'm
weird.
defending him. I'm not defending him.
Call me wet noodles too?
I'm not defending him. I'm just like, don't get his band. that's all I was trying to do. Don't get his banned. Don't get kicked off the air.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we won't be showing that Big Show promo that I recall back in the day.
Yeah.
What Big Show promo?
He had one that I remember seeing during the day where he accidentally called. What was the name? There was a Japanese wrestler in the WWE right when they changed the name that would blow mist.
Oh,
Hentai?
No. Oh my God, the ECW. He came from ECW, then WWE.
Probably it was that era.
Oh, Tajiri.
Okay. Yeah. So Big Show was having a feud, a few weeks long feud with that, and they threw it to Big Show for a promo, and he may have shortened the name of his. The nationality of his Japanese compatriot to just the first syllable, and rolled with it as hard as you possibly could. And then they threw it back to JR and the King, and it was like, well, it's a commercial now.
Oh man!
Somehow that slipped by everybody in their DVR.
I vaguely remember that. I think that might be out there. I'm pretty sure it is. I vaguely remember that.
I remember watching it live, and I was in the living room, talking to my boss because we were roommates at the time, and we're having fun watching WWE. I think it was Raw, and then that promo happened, and we were just like, the gold. He wants the gold. Okay, he really wants the gold. Gotcha.
So bad. Oh, that's so fun. Wrestling's fun. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Man, I'll tell you what. I don't know. Okay. I do have to go here in a couple of minutes, so I can do birthdays and then you guys can go back to the show if you want. But I do have a couple of birthdays I want to share with you, Chris, today.
This is where he shuts down the show. Okay.
No. That's not where I shut it down. I mean, you guys can keep going, but I do have to go because our new ST Wednesday Night Wrestling Champion, Ray Upshaw, is about to pick me up, and we're going to go to our secret arcade shop so he can get more stuff.
Nothing humble about these brags, Damien.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's run with it. That's why he's the brain. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Actor Eugene Levy, 74. I'll run through these real quick. Actor Bill Pullman, 67.
For president.
Oh, yes.
That's
Need
right.
the speech.
Saved
right.
the world.
That's right. He saved the world, man. He still looks good for 67 too.
I don't have that speech at the ready. I have the Colonel Guile speech at the ready, but I don't have that one.
Producer and director Peter Farrelly, 64, behind one of the greatest movies of all time, my top 5, right there, Dumb and Dumber. All right, let me just keep scrolling here. Okay, and one of them I'm actually about to post in the community group. Okay, that's right. Get ready. It's ready to go. Let me make sure there's no other cool birthdays to go over here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, whatever. No. There's oh man. Okay. Let me throw a couple more before I get to the main 2 here. Boxer Manny Pacquiao, 42.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Only 42? My God.
42, man. Yeah.
Best nickname in boxing.
Yes. Let's see here. Make sure there's no one else. Okay. And then
we'll get over here.
Yes, and then Pope Francis I, Roman Catholic Pope, he is 84. How about that? Okay, now one more. Let me throw this one in here real quick. Singer Wanda Hutchinson Vaughn of The Emotions is 69.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, now for our 2 main eventers right here.
Okay.
Who are you going to call, Chris? Because Ernie Hudson is 75.
The Crow.
That's right.
Like
And
quite a bit of his work from the 80s and early 90s.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm about to hit post right now. Boom. In the community group, you will see happy birthday to Wes Study 73.
Studi.
Judy.
Wouldn't be a show if he didn't terribly butcher somebody's name.
Yes.
Otherwise known as who, Mike, for those who don't know?
That is Sagat. Good stuff.
Victor Sagat.
Oscar-winning actor.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So now I will go ahead and because Ray is outside. He's
banging on the door,
me,
yelling.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, Beltran!"
I hear him up the street calling for my name from outside his car. From his.
Yeah, you might want to do something before him and Uno have a tussle.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, I'm about to go. Matthew McConaughey himself is picking me up right now. So.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. But I will go ahead and depart for now. You guys can keep going if you want. Oh, and one more thing. One more piece of news for tonight, Chris.
Yes.
But as mentioned yesterday, my good friend Pac-Man.
Manny Pacquiao.
Is going in.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, no, not him. Not
it's his birthday today.
I don't know. No, not that one.
All right. Birthday boy Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines. Will be at free. What? No.
God, he will not be a free play. No.
What are you doing?
No, but from going into the Comic-Con Character Museum Hall of Fame tonight is the presentation at 6 p.m. Is my good friend Pac-Man. So, congrats to him. I'll be watching
Pac-Man.
Yes, actual Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He will be going into the Character Museum Hall of Fame tonight at 6. I will be watching that before the Mavericks preseason home game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So there you go.
Okay.
And then
God.
pinball stuff later. So yeah.
All right. Well,
all happening tonight.
Tonight at Arlington for pinball stuff and thanks.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
All right. We'll see you good people later.
Bye, Mike.
So before we close the show out, I know I said in our pre-show notes I wanted to get some things out there. So as I asked everyone else about what their, I guess the best things about pro wrestling right now, I will just end my speech of just saying, it's so nice to see stuff for everyone. There is something for everybody in terms of professional wrestling. You don't like WWE, you don't have to watch it. You have Impact, you have AEW. You don't like any of those, you can get New Japan online and watch Japanese strong style wrestling to your heart's content. You don't like that, you just like women's technical wrestling, you can watch Stardom to your heart's content. there is something for everybody in professional wrestling. And that is what makes me very happy as a fan and someone who covers it professionally. I enjoy seeing new talents. I enjoy getting to know their past works before they quote unquote made the big time. And for me personally, that's why things like NXT existed in the first place. That's why AEW Dark is kind of AEW's version of NXT. That's why I'm glad the NWA is back, because it gives more performers more avenues to ply their trade. And, you know, we all know I'm a mark for women's wrestling. So the fact that there is so many gifted and talented women's wrestlers out there that are making it look easy in some way, shapes, and form, where they're just top of their game. Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Thunder Rosa, Big Swole, Britt Baker, Deonna Purrazzo over on Impact, Rosemary, Taya Valkyrie, the list goes on and on and on. And I didn't forget about Asuka, and I didn't forget, you know, about the returning Charlotte Flair. There's a lot here, man, for people who still think women's wrestling is just bra and panties matches, because someone told that to me the other day, that they need to see more bra and panties matches. And I was personally
go to
offended.
YouTube or something like that.
Yeah, I was personally offended. And I said, go watch these actual athletes perform. And they do it better than the men more often than not. So I'm grateful for that. So that's what I'm happy about in today's pro wrestling. There is plenty to watch. There is plenty to root for. And if you can't find something now and all you can find is complaints, that's on you. That's on you to not find the positive here. So that's what I'm going to leave my 2 cents.
Yeah, the worst thing about wrestling for me right now is the most enviable of problems, which is like there's so much of it that like I have trouble finding what I need to watch with my limited amount of time. Like you guys keep telling me about really awesome things, and you know 9 times out of 10 you're spot on, and I watch it and I'm like, holy cow, that was amazing. Why don't I watch this performer all the time? Well, because there might be 300 of them out there right now. It's quite the time to be watching wrestling. I love all the avenues. I love the fact that there's too much wrestling to consume right now. Just like there's too much streaming out there and too many video games. Give me this problem all day long.
Agreed. KP, any last thoughts on what you're loving about pro wrestling right now?
I think what I really like, you know, you guys know I don't like the bad guys, but I like, really like what's going on with spreading the love between different productions. And that it's just not one or this or that. And everybody's just, I guess, like you said, trying to help each other, you know, getting wrestlers jobs, you know, during this pandemic and things like that. And, you know, I think that's really great. So I'm really happy seeing that right now.
Oh, Rockman, Mega Man X has a wrestling question. Damien's still here, so fire away. How
about you, Chris? What are you liking from what you can see? Like, what are you liking?
A lot. The amount of wrestling that I see, I like the style of wrestling that I see, the much more high fly. Like it feels like everybody's Jeff Hardy at this point. Everything that I enjoyed about wrestling, the last time I had a period watching it, seems to have been like multiplied by a factor of 100. So I'm really liking a lot of it. There's can you see Mega Man X's question?
Yes. What's the deal with Vincent and Keith Lee back to the Performance Center?
That's a good point. What is that?
Okay, so from multiple sources that I deem credible, it has been uncovered that the reason why Keith Lee was sent back, it wasn't just him. It was specifically guys of a certain stature, size-wise, girth-wise, were sent to the Performance Center to get a couple of extra weeks of just fine-tuning to the WWE style. Not the NXT style, not the independent style, the WWE big picture style. So the fact that Keith Lee went back there, from what I've been told from people close to the situation, he didn't mind it. He didn't care. He wants to be television ready. Another person that was sent back was Otis, formerly of Heavy Machinery, formerly the Money in the Bank holder, who is, they're both good actual professional wrestlers, but they have to just refine some of their more athletic maneuvers for their size. Because Vince seems to be going back to the way of the 6'4", 6'6", 260, 70 pound behemoth that could actually work. Not the Hogan Warrior pose off, flex off. People who can actually wrestle a WWE style that will be built when they start doing tours again to last the long run. So that is why they were sent back for a little bit more refinement. There's a couple of other people. AJ Styles' bodyguard got sent back. Abakato, who was part of Raw Underground, got sent back for a couple of more weeks of seasoning just to get them television ready. They're not buried. They're not being punished. It was, you're good. We want to make you great. And because there seems to be an onus now on building bigger, larger-than-life characters for when they start doing the house show circuit again, this makes perfect sense. Because they were brought in during the lockdown period, Chris. So they have no real touring knowledge of how to work, let's say, a house show tour. Mm. So this is the part of their growth and development. I'm fine with this.
Let's when the pandemic is done and we can breathe again, let's book a date for watching a local house show. I'd love to go out there with you, Damien, and perhaps we can have Mike along since he can get us those front row seats.
As long as we don't have to take the obligatory finger pointing photo with Mike, I'm fine. I'll do that. It's good. I think that's it. If anyone else has any last minute questions or things, I think we can wrap it up here.
I'm good. I'll see you at Pinball Thursday. That's the end of my plugs at Free Play Arlington. KP, you got anything to plug?
No.
Oh, I did have one more thing, actually.
Sure.
Impact / what was TNA on Tuesdays. What's the quality like there?
If you like tag team wrestling, you like women's wrestling, it is top notch. It's a lot less household names and more. Look, they are a good company with solid veterans and decent leadership. Who want the programming to be good. I have a bunch of personal favorites who I grew up with, like personally know who I grew up with in my neighborhood that work for Impact Wrestling, and I root for them daily. The fact that they're getting this rub from Kenny Omega shows that there is an interest in Impact Wrestling, especially their women's knockout division, which I am a little biased to because they have such great talent. You know, you have an undead bride wrestling a demon-esque character.
Yes, I've seen it. It's interesting.
I saw that.
Sue Young and Rosemary, and then you have the diva-style wrestler who actually is a good wrestler, in Taya Valkyrie, who has wrestled for AAA, which is the premier promotion in Mexico. Then you have Deonna Purrazzo, who is their current women's champion, who is a former WWE NXT competitor, but who had been throughout the independent circuit, pretty much tearing it up for multiple years. I suggest people go check out her match against Matt Riddle from a couple of years ago at a Beyond show during WrestleMania weekend. It was all intergender, and they beat the crap out of each other and made it believable. So, and the tag team division's always been good. I know now that Proud and Powerful works for AEW. They were also in Impact as well. So had the Lucha Brothers, but now we have tag teams like the Motor City Machine Guns. We have tag teams like the North. The Rascals just left Impact. So they're in a bit of a rebuild, so to speak, for some of the divisions. The current champion, Rich Swan, is a former WWE Cruiserweight champion. And he's holding the big belt now, as they say. And so it's a good roster balanced with good young talent, with Tommy Dreamer still around, Rhino still around, but they're in roles that can suit them more so than take away from the young talent. So to KP's point earlier about AEW incorporating young talent, Impact's doing it as well. The only problem Impact I see having is that they don't have a consistent television network, because I don't even know where Access TV is. So I have to watch it on Twitch or through less than reputable streams. So the fact that we're able to see
their
it
Twitch
Tuesday,
stream, right? Like it is their reputable Twitch stream, right?
Yes, they are a reputable Twitch stream.
Cool.
Really good content. So
even
I would tell you,
better.
Chris, on a Random Tuesday, check it out. Random Tuesday, check it out. It should be entertaining.
My thoughts on that are more personal, though. I enjoyed getting out to Arlington on Tuesday, seeing KP and Jesse actually in person, and having wrestling up on the TV screen. Like, I don't know how your Tuesdays look, but maybe we can get out there. Like, KP, do you want to watch some Impact Wrestling on Tuesday? Because
Come on,
as it is now,
Ooh.
I'm trying to play Third Strike on Tuesdays. I don't got to force it in Arlington. They play it out there. They have 2 Third Strikes out there.
Mhm.
You know, just looking over my shoulder and seeing weird karate guy while I've got wrestling on the brain with Hugo. It's kind of fun.
That actually was fun on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
KP, say it again.
Oh, I just want to keep practicing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we make this Tuesdays thing a thing. I don't know what. This is all dependent upon our own personal schedules, of course. But Damien, if you're interested, let me know. I'll give you a ride out there on Tuesdays, and like I said, they if we're doing Tuesdays for Third Strike, then hey, they've got 2 there all the time. So
for the time being, the next 2 weeks, I can go out to Arlington on Tuesdays with you, no problem. I might be starting a new job at nighttime.
I hope you're too busy with your new job. Like I always hope that for everybody. Game track, same thing.
Yeah, but I'm down the next 2 weeks. If you want to make it Tuesday night, Third Strike meets Twitch of Impact, I'm fine with that as well.
I'm so down with that. KP?
I think so. I think I'm fine. As long as you teach me to be my sensei. We're good.
Of course. Well, if Mike was here, he would say, "See you next Tuesday." So I'll have to say it instead.
He was busy kicking my butt.
Mm-hmm. All right, Damien, hit your links. Hit your.
Sure. For everyone who has just tuned in today, this is Damien G, otherwise known as Damien Gracia. I am a professional broadcaster. I can be heard along with my team on Thursday nights, typically 7 p.m. Central. I was going to say Nerd Side. The Big Gold Belt podcast. We are part of Big Gold Belt Media, BGB Group on Twitter. I am at all social medias at Damien G Show, working on my own personal broadcasting projects with Sarah, the barkeep from Free Play Richardson. We are the Damien's Advocate, where we talk life, dating, and just traversing through life as 2 divorcees and trying to figure it all out and put it together. And
Big
you
fan.
Can just find me. Yeah. Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate, your viewing, and hopefully we get you on the show one day to talk about just life and growth and development. But other than that,
anytime.
I'm always available, everybody. So if you've heard me on this show, and I'm going to shamelessly plug, and you want to bring me in for commercial reads, to do co-hosting, please DM me at Damien G Show or at mr.damiengracia@gmail.com for business inquiries.
Thanks again for doing the show, and thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to hit the raid button somewhere. If Mega Man X is on, he's winning that for sure.
Impact Wrestling is having a stream of showing their best of, if people want to go check that out right now.
What is it? Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling.
Got it. All right, that's what we'll go with since we were talking about them and their Twitch feed. So enjoy some no longer named TNA Impact Wrestling. And I'll see you guys at Pinball Thursday at Free Play Arlington.
Sweet.
Hey guys,
bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Damien, if you want to, we'll do it Tuesday.
I'm down.
Also, do you wanna appear on camera? I can definitely toss you right there. It's easy. It's very easy. You just add your video camera to Discord and we're done.
Okay. Yeah, I've done it before, briefly for other shows, so I can do that again. That's fine.
Yeah. Make more continuity sense with me just sitting here literally blind, staring off into nothingness.
Right. No, that'll be a good thing to do too. If we can segue the camera back and forth between the 2 of us talking, so no one's staring into dead space, as it were.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Good luck tonight.
Hi, Chris. Thanks.
Bye. Kim, I'll be there tonight if you want to come out. If not, I understand. I always love seeing you. Bye. There it is.